Hey everyone, Kiva Garden Tech Guy here with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the full specs of the Alcatel Shine Lite. So let's go. Okay, now I would have done this overview of this phone along with in a separate video where I gave you guys a update on the devices that was going on at IFA 2016 for Alcatel. Yes, right there on that page. I will leave the page in the description if you want to check it out yourself if you may not have watched that video, or you can go back and watch that video already. But anyway, let's talking on that, and let's talk more on this gorgeous phone. Yes, a nice mid-range phone, Shine Lite. Do note the name, Shine Lite, L-I-T-E. Normally, when it comes to OEMs, when you hear the word light, in any asthmatic light in any aspects means something that is lighter in design or specs of the higher end or the base. But apparently there will be a base model, I think, a higher end model should say, but Alcatel would have announced this. But let's go. Anyways, 3 colors of your style, but their base model color is gold, as you can see. A 2.5D curved glass, which gives you some genuine shines. A brilliant fingerprint sensor. I don't know the full specs of the fingerprint sensor, but it works just like any fingerprint sensor. In sync with Android Marshmallow, it should speed that up. But in terms of Alcatel's actual specs, it might take probably like 0.5 seconds, but I do know it's not exactly 0.4 seconds. Probably my 0.3 seconds. Around 0.4 0.5 seconds it takes to open with your fingerprint. Front selfie with style. Take control with innovative rule breakers like facial and split catch to enhance your memories. So it's kind of like some beauty things that it doesn't actually beautify your pictures, but it enhances it. Look, you see? It focuses on the lady's face, but not her. It blurs out her finger. See? Maybe you can set it like that so it can focus more on your facial features. The technology we live with today. Rear camera, 30 megapixel sensor, dual tone flash ensures that you get a natural look. Shine brighter, yes. A full HD display, yes, 5 inches HD display, but I'm guessing the contrast is around 80% or so, but I don't want to get too technical with the contrast. But normally an HD device that claims to be shining even in such as a condition like this, as you can see, the sun behind the guy, the contrast gotta be around 80%. Maybe it has similar contrast to the Moto Z Play or the G4 Play, but I do know it's higher. Now for those full specs. A 5-inch HD display, 1280 by 720 pixels IPS, 2.5 dragon tail glass, front and back full lamination, capacitive touchscreen with 5 points. The chipset is an MT6737 Android 6.0 Marshmallow quad-core 1.3 GHz CPU. Now the design is a 141.5 millimeters in height, 71.2 millimeters wide, and it's 7.45 millimeters thick. That's about this thick. It's almost as thin as the Moto Z, but I'm guessing it's probably as thick as the Moto Z Play. Not the Moto Z Play, the Moto Z Force to be exact. Yes, but actually the Moto Z Play because of the same size. But no versus here, back on track. The camera 13 megapixel rear camera with autofocus, dual tone rear flash, 5 megapixel front camera, LED front flash, gesture shot. I guess it takes shots with some hand gestures, or it opens the camera if you shake, or you do like a gesture with C, or you have voice gestures where you say cheese or whiskey, like on the LG devices, especially on my LG G-Pad, which is the LG G-Pad 10.1. I would have shown you in a previous video that it could, do voice gestures, so you don't have to snap a selfie on it, like, you know, voice gestures. Audio, a dual mic noise cancellation with a Owen C8738 audio amplifier. Now, I'm not so into audio amplifiers now that, but this has got to be good. The audio is probably almost as good as the Alcatel Idol 4, or probably the ZTE. Well, this is better. The Idol 4 audio is better than this, but there's some comparison here at least. A non-removable battery, typical battery life with a 2014 or 60 milliamp battery. Our favorite spec, the memory, 16 gigs of onboard storage, aka RAM, 2 gigs of RAM, which can process up to 2 gigs at the same time, and RAM means random access memory. Now, for the others, it has like fingerprint sensor, which we know, G sensor, light sensor, and usual GPS, touch light. It comes with FM radio and proximity sensor. And you have all your network connectivities. It supports just about every network in each band: 4G, 3G, GSM, which is good for roaming or if you're just on a basic data plan. And so that is it. Keep recording, signing out with the specs of the Alcatel Shine Lite. Dare to shine with these specs. Like, subscribe, comment.